Hello all my crafty friends, welcome back to Llamas Creations DIY. My name is Tammy. In today's video I am participating in a challenge called Hello Summer. Hello Summer? Hello Summer! This challenge is hosted by Tammy from the Rusted Willow, Ellie from DIY from House to Home, and their guest host is the beautiful and talented C from CJ DIY. Let's start crafting. Starting off with a clay pot. I believe it's about a 6-inch clay pot. I don't remember the size. Anyways, taking some moss, I'm going to, with some hot glue, glue along all over the top, making sure to cover up that little hole. After gluing all this down, I'm going to take various other kinds of moss, preserved moss, and I'm going to glue it all around the clay pot. Anywhere I want. Spots are left open, that's okay. I don't mind. And I use all the different kinds of mosses. I will have the hosts and the guest host channel link down in my description box, along with the playlist for Hello Summer. Please go and check everybody out and see what they made. Next, what I'm doing is I'm going to take some cattails, clip them down, and I'm going to glue some on top of the clay pot. And then I take various different flowers and little sprigs, and I just glue them all around the clay pot anywhere you want, in any kind of flowers that you want. Now what I'm doing is I've got these cute little wooden frogs and ladybugs. I'm going to glue some all around the clay pot. Again, anywhere you want. Now taking some modeling clay, I'm going to roll it out as long as I can. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to fit it around that little piece of wood that I have there. That's just a little scrap piece of wood. And I'm going to make it look like it's an arched door. Cutting off any of the extra. And then I made 2 circles, but I end up not using them in the end because it didn't look right. Now what I'm doing is I painted the door with a burnt umber acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint the clay, the modeling clay, with this metallic copper paint by Folk Art. I paint the 2 circles too, but then again, I don't use them. Taking 3 tumbling tower blocks, I'm going to hot glue them together, but on a staggered hot glue, making them look like steps. And I paint those with the burnt umber as well. I painted this little piece of wood with burnt umber again, and I'm going to write on it with my paint markers, "Welcome Gnome." And then outline it with a white paint marker, just to make it stand out a bit more. Now it's time to glue everything together. We're going to adhere the door in the middle with some Eileen's tacky glue and some hot glue. Sorry if you hear squeaking, I'm in a rocking chair outside and it squeaks. I'm going to use a little tiny ladybug for the door handle. And then taking some more Eileen's tacky glue and hot glue, I'm going to glue some rocks all around the top and around the sides of the door, just to give it a little extra something. We're going to adhere the stairs on, again with some Eileen's tacky glue and some hot glue. Excuse me. And then I have these extra little sprigs that came off of the cattails. I'm going to glue one on either side of the stairs, and just with some hot glue. And then I put some rocks and moss along the stairs too. We're going to adhere our little sign, Welcome Gnome, right onto the door. And that little thing's done. Now you can't have a gnome house without a gnome. So I'm taking this fabric that I have. It's kind of like a big hanky. I'm going to use some decorative rocks in the bottom. Figure out how much I need. And then I trim it off with my scissors. Filling it with some stuffing from an old stuffed animal. We're going to scrunch it all up, and I use a little rubber elastic to tie it into place. Trim off all the extra. And then I painted this wooden knob, and I filled in the hole. I painted it moss, and I'm going to adhere it to the front for his little nose. I have this fur stuff that I picked up around Christmas time. I'm cutting a little triangle in the middle so that it can go up and around his nose. And then I'm going to tack it down on both sides and all around his nose, just to hold it there into place. And I'm just using hot glue. Flipping the gnome over, I'm going to trim the beard down, making it more into an angle, triangle-ish. Now for the little teacup. I have this cute little clear teacup. I'm placing it on his head. I'm going to add some Eileen's tacky glue and hot glue, and we're going to adhere it on top of his head. I have this little saucer. We're going to place the gnome on it. And again, using tacky glue and hot glue, we're going to adhere the little gnome on the saucer. And when you're done that, this cute little gnome is done. Little teacup gnome. And here they are together. His gnome in his house. I love it. Can't wait to put it in my garden, which is already blooming. Next craft. I have these tongue depressor popsicle sticks. What I'm doing is I'm going to cut off the rounded ends. And I believe I do 10. Excuse me. I'm going to line up 5 side by side. And then using a regular popsicle stick, we're going to put some hot glue on the back and glue it into place. And we make 2 of these. And then I hot glue another popsicle stick right down towards the bottom, and you'll see why we do that. Now, I made these crates. For some reason I lost the footage, but all I did was take some pieces of wood and popsicle sticks, jumbo popsicle sticks, and made some crates. But you can use ones that you can pick up at Dollar Tree or Walmart. And what we're going to do is we're going to adhere them all together. I adhered 2 this way and the other 2 the same way, and then we adhere them together, side by side. And again, using tacky glue and hot glue. I got this idea from Sammy at Unicorn Dust Designs. If I can, I'll link her video in the description box as well, so you can see how she made hers, because she used the crates from Dollar Tree. Now, taking those 2 pieces that we made with the popsicle sticks, using that little popsicle stick on the bottom, we're going to line it up with the top, and then we're going to add our glue and glue it onto the top, making it look like a roof. Using some more hot glue, we're going to glue the top of the peak. That's what I want to say, the peak. And I use Eileen's tacky glue as well. Now, taking some of these, they're like wood stir sticks, coffee stir sticks. I'm going to measure out along the roof, cut it down, and then we're going to hot glue it. And I do it to the top and the bottom and of course the other side. Just to jazz it up a bit. Using some tongue depressors again, we're going to lay it along the side, cut off the one end, and then we're going to trim it down. Then you're going to do 3 of these, one for the top, the middle, and the bottom. And apparently I need to show you all 3. And then again, using the stir sticks, we're going to do the same for all the sides and the parts in the middle. I'm going to paint the entire house with Maui sand, I think it's called. It's a dark gray. And I'm going to paint all the popsicle sticks with, I forget this color, but it's a light gray from Home Decor Folk Art, and they're both chalk paints. After that's all done, we're going to glue our tongue depressors onto the boards, sprucing it up a bit. And then we glue the stir sticks all along the edges. Excuse me. I'm going to paint one side of a tongue depressor with moss, another side with daffodil yellow, another one with cherry blossom, and then the other side of that one will be pure pumpkin. After that's all done, on the yellow side, I'm going to write Hello Summer. On the pink one, we're going to write Hello Spring. Orange one, Hello Fall. The green one, Go Away Winter. Taking some baker's twine, I'm going to glue it along the edge of the popsicle stick. Measure out how much I need. Hot glue it on the other side, and you got yourself a little hanger. And you can flip the sign around and use this all year round. Or you don't have to use them at all. And here's how it turns out. I put a few flowers in there and some candles. You've got Hello Summer. You can add other kind of plants in there. Hold really anything. I would like to thank the ladies for hosting this challenge. I always have a lot of fun making crafts for different seasons. If you're new to my channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget that little bell. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. Always so happy you're here. Don't forget, I have in my description box a buy me a coffee link. You don't have to, just subscribing is wonderful enough, and that part's free. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. See you later. Bye.